This channel is open. Not Your Beau was a channel created in order to track the quirks and peculiarities of the 2020 presidential election and the campaign. With the completion of the 2020 presidential election, Joe Biden is now president. I wondered if there was any purpose to this website once I had completed tracking all of the things going on last year. It's now June 2021, and you can see that Hollywood and the news media, academia, and especially the Democratic Party are still in full campaign mode as if they still have more elections to win. Winning it all did not please the Democratic Party. Leftist progressives are never happy, even when they're in charge of everything. You saw this back in the Obama-Biden days. For 8 straight years, no leftist was happy that their side was setting the country's agenda. And so it is again in 2021. Listen here to an excerpt from renowned author Daniel Silva's 2020 July release, The Order. Quote, "And how do you suppose an incompetent subliterate will react under those conditions? Will he listen to medical experts, or will he think he knows better? Will he tell his people the truth, or will he promise that a vaccine and life-saving treatment are just around the corner? He'll blame the Chinese and the immigrants and emerge stronger than ever. The previous president, Donald Trump, thank you for all the delivered vaccines in 2020 and 2021, thanks to President Trump's Operation Warp Speed. A lot of elites had to eat crow after Trump was proven right on every count, right down to when last year President Trump asked if COVID-19 originated in a Wuhan lab. Now we have respected scientists at Science Magazine and the New York Times asking the same question. Now that it's safe to actually ask questions about the origins of COVID-19, once the bad orange man was safely removed from office. So it appears there is a need for this channel. And let's go to President Biden himself and see exactly what he's up to in June 2021. Wow, Biden is just anticipating sniffing this young lady introducing him June 1st at the Tulsa 100th anniversary of the massacre done by Democratic Party officials and angry, racist white Democrats 100 years ago. Biden steps up to the podium, sees a 5-year-old little blonde girl in the front row, and waves to her in a childish manner. His grin is weird. Biden sucks his teeth in like he's eating a lemon and reached out with his hands like he wanted to hug. 5:40 mark. Biden has left the podium, surprising the cameraman and the agent behind him. He moves down to the audience, where 2 little blonde girls are sitting with their mother. Biden can't contain his thrill and starts talking to the little blonde girl for no reason other than he is the president. 5:51 minute mark. The mother of the 2 little girls seems thrilled Biden came over to speak to her. He wasn't speaking to you, lady. 6-minute mark. Quote, "I just had to make sure the 2 girls got ice cream when this is over. Imagine how excited you'd be when you're 4 or 5. In my faith, you'd call that purgatory."
I just had to make sure the 2 girls got ice cream when this is over. Imagine how excited you'd be when you're 4, 5, almost 5 years old, coming to hear a president speak. My Lord. In my faith, we call that purgatory.
What on earth? Did he single these little girls out before the speech? And when you have a Massacre at Tulsa 100-year anniversary event, do you normally bring truckloads of ice cream to such an event? What on earth? It'd be like if you had a Holocaust memorial. Would they be serving vanilla ice cream, chocolate, Neapolitan? Biden's speech made references to the Tulsa massacre, but every sentence seemed to be tied, in Biden's mind and phrasing, to the January 6th insurrection. So to Biden, that's why he had to show up to this thing in Tulsa now, to right the wrongs for the first time in 100 years, as he himself put it. Wait a minute. Why, if this is the first time we're acknowledging the Tulsa Massacre, even though it was the subject of HBO's Watchmen series last year, and righting these wrongs for the first time in 100 years, why didn't Biden address and fix all this injustice during his 8 years in the Obama-Biden White House? When Biden dwelled, off script it appeared, on Klan members being in Congress and the Senate 100 years ago, his staff must have winced. 100% of such people were white Democrats. Democrat Party officials in good standing were who formed the Klan. This second iteration of the Klan, as Biden reminded the audience, was instrumental in passing Prohibition, the amendment to the Constitution banning the sale or consumption of alcohol. Somehow, Biden left that out of his speech. Biden spent the rest of his speech tying the Tulsa Massacre by Democrats somehow back to the Republicans in Congress in 2021. In Biden's mind, Trump caused the massacre using a time machine or something, and Mitch McConnell was the target of Biden's speech today, which is when I stopped watching, when Biden drifted into making this speech into the same generic attack on Republicans in Congress that he's done for every speech starting with his inaugural address back in January. Can someone watch this and tell me if Biden managed to blame the NRA during this speech? I wouldn't be surprised. This guy is a clown. And I say that as he called Trump a clown in one of their debates. Biden is the clown that he claimed Trump was. Thank you.